Hi, today we're going to make quesadillas. These quesadillas are great for a lunch or dinner, and they're really easy to make. You can make them vegetarian using black beans, or you can make them with meat using chicken. I'm going to be using chicken today. If you do want to substitute the chicken for black beans, it would just be a half a cup of black beans, and they come out of the can, drained and rinsed. So what we're going to do first is you're going to put a tablespoon of olive oil into a small pan. And to that, you're going to add frozen diced onions. These are really great because they're a time saver. And then you can just seal the bag up and put it back in your freezer. And we're also going to use frozen diced bell pepper. And so you're going to do a half a cup of each of those. The chicken I'm using is also frozen. One of my cooking videos shows you how to debone a rotisserie chicken, and that's what this is. So once you watch that video, you'll learn how to do this, and you just chop it up into cubes. And what I do is I freeze it into half-cup portions so I can make quesadillas anytime I want. So this came right out of the freezer, and I'm going to add that to the pan. And I'm just going to cook those three things together on low heat, and I'm not really going to cook them to cook them. It's really just to thaw them out and soften them. So while that's happening, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to a larger pan. And you want to get that olive oil heated up. And make sure the olive oil spreads throughout the pan. When you put the quesadillas on, you want that oil to be hot. You don't want it to be steaming hot, so the quesadilla burns, but it does need to be hot before you drop the quesadilla shell onto the oil. So now the oil is heated up in the pan, and I'm going to take 2 10-inch tortilla shells. Make sure they're 10-inch. And you're going to drop one right down onto the oil. And you're going to take a package of shredded cheese. And these packages are 2 cups. So you're going to take 1 cup out, or about half of the package, and put that down on the quesadilla. And that's going to act as the glue to hold the vegetables and the chicken mixture down. And I'm going to sprinkle that all over evenly. And then I'm going to add the remaining half of the bag. So I'm using all 2 cups total. And you just want to spread it nice and evenly over your mixture. Then you take your other tortilla shell and you place it on top. What I always do at this point is I actually put my hand down and I twist just to make sure the bottom crust isn't sticking to the pan, and it is not. So you're able to really twist it nicely. And you just let that heat for about 2 minutes so the cheese starts to melt, and then the tricky part is flipping it. Okay, it's been heating for a couple minutes now. The cheese looks like it's beginning to melt. So we're going to flip the quesadilla. And I use 2 utensils to do this because it's pretty tricky. So what I do is I will take my spatula and just kind of lift and get underneath the tortilla. And then I use my large tongs and really grab a hold of it. And I'll use my spatula to kind of guide it as well. And then I just flip it like that. Very simple. You'll get the hang of it after a couple times. And again, you just want this to cook for another 2 minutes on this side. So it's done cooking now. I'm going to turn the range off and use my spatula to take it out of the pan. And with a knife, you're gonna cut it into quarters. So cut it right down the middle. And then cut the other half down the middle. And you're ready to eat it. 1/4 of this quesadilla counts for 2 proteins, 2 grains, and 1 added fat. Enjoy.